All right, everybody, so we are working on a kennel expansion project. I didn't video the digging of the dirt because it was dark and it was raining and I didn't have much time to do it. But since we've dug it, we've gotten a lot of rain. Haven't been able to do anything with the project whatsoever other than basically take a shovel and ensure that we don't end up with a pool. So you can see here, we've got this notched out over to there, which is 10 feet. We've got 10 feet this way. We've got an electric line we've got to deal with. We had a water line that we had to deal with. You can see it here. Yeah, I broke it. So we put in a new PEX line over to our PVC and we've thrown insulation over it because it's May here in Indiana and it's still staying cold at night. So that insulation is just to protect the line. And then we removed the water line that goes over to that spigot. The reason we removed it is all of this is going to be concrete and we're going to have the cubes stacked up here going out there. All this will be concrete. We're going to be able to add kennels, one against that one and 2 more kennels here, and in long term we're going to add 8 feet to this building to do some more fun stuff with our dogs. But what we are doing right now, we've got little Red up here. We're going to go grab a trailer. We need to get the mini excavator back over here so that we can A, unload the cubes, and B, dig this out. As you can see where it's all washed and fell in. You can see where I took a shovel and dug it back out so that the water could flow out through there, because ultimately we're going to put a pipe right here on the back side of the cubes. We're going to backfill this with nothing but rock so that all the water that comes off this hillside from the house goes down through that rock and ends up in a pipe and goes all the way down there to our ditch. Yeah, that's the plan. So we're gonna go hop in Little Red. We're gonna go grab a trailer. We're gonna go get a mini excavator. We're gonna come back. Let's get this going. All right, you guys know how this works. Trying to hook gooseneck trailer up. Gooseneck trailer. Y'all know this is always fun. So you get to watch it from the trailer. Get you guys set up here and let's see how this goes. This should be interesting. You're never on, you're always off. And you make a slight adjustment and you're off again. So let's see how this goes. Move some stuff. Too much stuff in the back of the truck, Matt. Clean your truck out, Matt. Nope. Oh, maybe. We might be able to make that work. Let's see what happens. Yeah, baby. Got it that time. So that wasn't too bad, but you guys know how that normally works. It's normally a pretty big pain in the butt. All right, got the gooseneck hooked up. Last check, make sure the lock mechanism is locked and the handle is down. Check, chains are connected. Jack is up. Nothing underneath the tires. Ramps are connected properly. Always like to do a once around, right? Nothing in front of these tires. So let's go pick up a mini excavator. Get this thing back home. All right, guys, it's time to load the Mini up. Let's get her loaded. All right, everybody, we don't use this trailer a whole lot. A, because it's not Mike's, and B, we typically don't haul behind my truck, Little Red, but it's gonna take me a minute to get the load properly distributed. You can see I got a little bit of squat on the truck, but it looks like I got the majority of the weight on this back tire here. So I'm gonna position it a little bit better, get it pulled forward some to where it's actually centered a little bit better, and I want to check and make sure that that's going to clear. So I definitely don't want to tear up Tom's fenders. It's definitely going to clear. It looks like I can kind of wiggle it around a little bit too. So I'm going to get it centered up here and get it strapped down, and then we will be off to the house to get it unloaded. Stay tuned for more. All right, everybody, we are here at Mauser's this morning for load number 1 of the lovely cubes. Today we are going to haul 5 6-foot cubes and 1 2-foot cube, which I believe is over there in between those pillars against that other wall. So we're waiting on the operator to get down here with the forklift. We're going to put them on the trailer. Let's get going. right, everybody, it's unloading time. Let's see if the Mini has what it takes. Just a hair short there. Come on. There we go. Rotate ourselves around. Get our blade on the front side. Well, that was fun. We got them off there. Now we gotta go get some more. Stay tuned for some more progress. All right, guys, load number 2. We got the crew right over there, getting ready to hook up to the blocks. We need 2 6-footers and 1 2-footer. Let's get this loaded. All right, everybody, we're gonna unload load number 2. I'll set the rest of these blocks over there. I've still got 2 blocks plus a 2-footer on that end from the last wall that we built on the bottom side of the dog kennel. So let's get these unloaded. All right, guys, we got all the block unloaded. Dad is now here to help me. We've got our 11 feet from our concrete pad that's underneath the shed, marked with a blue line. You can see we've got several obstructions here. We've got a water line that's kind of right in the corner. We've got an electric line that I had to undo, which is fine. We're going to come over here and we're going to square this up to grade into the corner, and then we're going to peel all this back to that 11-foot mark, bring it up and over, and I'm going to get down in there with the excavator and the wider flat bucket, and I'm going to pull it all back and get everything fine-tuned to grade. So are you ready, Dad?
Ready.
100% ready? Ready to run that grade rod?
Ready to try.
All right, let's get this started. All right, everybody, we are back on the job. It's Saturday morning. We've gotten all of the rock leveled and packed for the block. We have not backfilled the center because we want to get these blocks set. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we're trying to get all the blocks set, and we recruited some new help. She's hiding. Hey, Riley.
Yes.
Let's see your face. It's Saturday morning. Get over here and say hi to everybody.
Hi.
This is Riley, my oldest daughter. She is learning. We talked about safety measures. We got some rock moved around, and now we're gonna set the first block here Saturday morning. Let's get this going. All right, guys. These blocks are right about as most as the Mini wants, but we're gonna get this one tight, let Riley get out of the way. We're gonna pack it down here and get ready to set it on its base. Try to get it to hold right here. See it on the blade there. We do that so we have a little bit more control. Kind of keeps it from moving around a whole lot. And I normally pack them the other way, but what I found when we set the first 2 blocks, if I pack them this way, they're already in the position needed to swing over and set them in place. So let's go set this block. All right, Dad, what do you think? That one set pretty well, didn't it?
Look really good.
Why don't you check on that the back side back there what the grade is. What we're doing, guys, we got the grade rod set to the top of the block. Pick it up. Okay, we're an 1/8 inch off. I think I can live with that. What about you?
I would say it ain't gonna get much closer.
Now, do you want to just use the level now, Dad, since we're good on that end?
Okay.
Check it with the level, and as long as the block's level, both directions.
Almost right on.
All right, what about down here on this end where we have a flat spot next to the triangle? 1/16 of an inch?
Yes, at least.
All right, everybody, I can live with that. Can you live with that, Dad?
Looks good to me.
We're gonna go grab another block. All right, everybody, this is the last block of the first course. Let's get this baby set. held up is just setting it at a little bit of an angle. What's got it held up? Is it just setting at a little bit of an angle?
I was just watching the water line.
Okay, well unhook me there and I'll tap it down in there. See if we can finish her out nice and square. Tap on her a little bit. She's going, isn't she? That was a little hard. Looks pretty good and lined up. Last block, first course. Stay tuned for more. All right guys, it's Sunday morning. We're back at it today. We got all the blocks set yesterday finally. Really liking the way that looks. It's nice and straight. It's got one little jag to it right here at the end, but we kind of had to do that with the way this bank is laying out with that water line that we've got there. So what we're going to do this morning, we had our pipe below our block, so we're going to backfill all this with rock. We're going to backfill the inside of this with rock so that we can get prepped for concrete. And one thing to remember, this entire area, obviously except for where the track hoe track has kind of smudged some mud up there, but this entire area is pitched this way, so it'll come over, go through the rock. If there's any water that gets underneath of the pad, goes through the rock, into the pipe, out the pipe on the other end. So let's get started with some backfilling. All right guys, we are getting pretty close here on the backfill, obviously right along the edge of the blocks. It's kind of hard to get right up against them, so I have to do some shovel work there, but I'm going to check grade kind of off the blocks a little bit, because we're putting this on a 1-inch slope, so it'll be same concrete height as the shed here on the right, and 1 inch lower there on the left. That chalk line you see is actually bottom of concrete. I wanted the rock to get up on the block a little bit so all the water could run underneath the block and over to my pipe that I've got in on the other side. So let's check some grade and see where we're at. So it looks like we're pretty close. 1.5 inches in one spot. A little high here. shed on now. So what we're gonna do now is, we know we have a 1-inch slope. So right now our receiver is set on 5 feet 6 inches. We've got 1 inch slope. So we're gonna run this down to 1 feet 5 inches. And then that's gonna be the bottom of the concrete against the shed. That allows us to check grade on both sides. Maybe. There it is. Receiver just acting funny. So we are pretty darn close right there against the shed on this front side. Let's check it all the way down through here. Inch and a half short there. Three-quarters of an inch there. Come on now, receiver. I don't think we have any obstructions. There it is. So we look pretty good back there too. So now what we're going to do is just kind of fine tune this out, get the rock up against the block, and ensure that we've got the grade we need so that we can get prepped for concrete. All right guys, we got her all backfilled. I want to point something out to you guys. The front side of my shed to the back side of the kennel renovation we did originally, we lose 1 inch of slope, and then as you run to the outside corner of that 14-foot pad, we lose another inch. So we lose a full 2 inches this way. So on the shed, it's naturally going to slope 2 inches. However, these kennels are going to be 5 feet wide by 10 feet long. So that's it for the backfill side of this. The next video will be the concrete pour of the kennel expansion. Again, we are adding 8 feet in width and 38 feet in length. And the reason for the 38 feet in length is we're going to extend this building 10 feet one of these days to the outside edge of this block. And then we'll put us a man door right here to access the outside portion. Or we can come in here and set a step or something. But that's a long-term goal, is to add 10 feet to this building. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more.